Ed Hartman. Gary Duckwall's not with us. Cale Grendel's not with us, and myself, Randy Atkins. Subcommittee decisions are non-binding. We're simply going to work through the process to present a proposal to the Area Planning Commission in which they will look at what we propose and make amendments if necessary, or however they choose to handle it. Our goal is to review the ordinance draft by section and or page, honor community input and discussion, and revise the draft if needed. We will target ending tonight's meeting at 8 p.m. We will schedule another subcommittee meeting if needed. We ask that you come to the podium, state your name, and sign the sign-in sheet with your name and address. We ask that you keep comments specific to the section being discussed, and please be respectful of others who may choose to share as well. Comments not relevant to the ordinance draft can be made during an agenda item at the end of the meeting, public input. Once we've reviewed and discussed the ordinance and made revisions, if needed, it will be presented to the APC for their review and recommendation. Upon receipt of an APC recommendation, the data center ordinance will be presented to the commissioners for their approval. This is our 5th subcommittee meeting on the data center ordinance draft. Public review and discussion meeting. The draft is 37 pages long. We are ready to start on letter O on page 21, liability insurance. If you have not attended all the meetings, you are encouraged to watch the meetings that you have missed on the Grant County YouTube site. The meetings prior to this one are May 18th, 27th, June 10th, and June 24th. With that being said, we will start on page 21 under letter O, liability insurance. So if you would, committee members, please review and we'll start the discussion. And once we get through this section, we will ask for public input. Any comments that you guys may have as a result of what we have in the draft and a result of the discussion taking place by the subcommittee. So I guess the first question I'd have, Todd, is where does the proof of the insurance liability, who holds it, and who does the data center give it to? Where will that be presented?
I haven't looked at this for a while. I apologize.
Well, maybe that's just up for discussion here with the subcommittee. Then where would we? Because I don't know that I saw that.
It really just says filed with the county.
Filed with the county. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Doesn't say.
So you're asking what, like the Area Planning Commission or?
Correct. That's my question is where will it be held, so to speak?
How is other things handled? As far as other things, I mean, just whether that any other projects. I can't think of an example.
Solar?
Yeah. How's the solar when it's written? And
I guess I'm not familiar enough with the different offices to be able to know exactly where that would land.
Be in the recorder's office?
You would think
Maybe held by the commissioners.
that would be my first guess. Held by the commissioners.
Yeah. It'd be held by the commissioners.
Okay. I just wanted to go there if somebody asked, that we would have some idea where we might propose that it go. Okay. All right.
So who would hold the insurance policy?
Correct.
And we want to make that clear. It's certainly not clear in the document we have.
It's not clear in the document
Right.
where that insurance policy will be held. I'm assuming that it would have to be included in the application once the application is filed. Is that safe to say?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, anything about number 1 anybody has concerns about?
Owner, operator, ad developer. That's just the standard.
Yeah. We'll make that a
Yep.
standard thing.
this may just be a general question, but that property damage, is that for adjacent properties, residential, or is that property damage adjacent, like county? For example, if they damage a county drain or,
I think it applies to
To both.
any property damage associated with this project that could take place whether it's transporting materials in. Yeah,
okay, just making sure. I don't know if that needs to be specific or not, but probably not. That would be covered under the insurance specifics in the actual policy, correct?
correct.
What item is that?
Number one.
Number one?
It talks about property damage there in the bottom line.
Yeah, anyone that does construction in the county is registered and they have to have insurance to be registered. If they work for the county, then they have to have some bonding on top of that.
Okay,
So if they're working on our road, they have to put in drains or whatever
sure.
and work within the right of ways, then they have to have some bonding also. So that's standard.
We are recording, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a thumbs up from Marcus.
Okay.
We're good.
Is it standard to require insurance for delivery, though? I mean, if they haven't taken possession of whatever said material?
We would like for somebody to hold that accountability, whether it's the trucking company. Those are good questions. I don't know. What we're going to do is we're going to hold the operator, the owner, and the developer responsible for it.
And then they can go, if they need to, then
Yes,
get with the delivery.
yes.
They would handle that.
Any other questions related to one? Okay, we'll move to two.
The liability insurance seems to rest with the county commissioners in the solar ordinance, so it doesn't say that they hold it. It does say that it's agreed upon by them.
Oh, accepted by the commissioners?
Yeah.
Okay. So Todd, we want to add that, approved by commissioners.
And down here in this ordinance, number 4, it says the county commissioners may require a greater amount
Okay,
based on the scale, complexity, or risk of the project.
okay,
So
Number 4.
number 4. So it seems like they're kind of the owners of this.
yep, okay,
I agree.
good. Thanks, Ed.
Any property to or from.
Everybody okay with number 2?
Yes.
Good. Okay, number 3?
Number 2, Kale told me to watch out for this. It should be shall.
Okay. Instead of may. Kale, you're haunting us.
Is he underneath the desk over there?
No, anywhere.
Oh,
In my head.
Okay.
poor Kale when he goes back to watch this.
You're going to go back and fix all those, aren't you, Todd?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, number 3.
That's funnier than you all think.
No.
We good with 3, Ed?
Yep.
Okay, number
Yes.
4. Oh, Molly?
No, just saying yes.
Okay, number 4. Because it says, or such greater amount, we've given that power to the commissioners, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so we're good with 4?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, when it says to be reviewed by the county, should that be commissioners?
I'd say so.
So we're going to change county to commissioners,
Our second county commissioners.
county commissioners, okay?
Yeah, they're the ones holding the policy and reviewing it, and they
Okay.
should be the ones.
It's the second line on number 5. Good with 5?
Yes.
Okay, number 6.
Add developer,
Add developer.
Yep.
Okay, number 7. We're going to add county commissioners, line 1.
yes.
I'm good with 7.
Yes. Add developer at number 8.
Okay,
Agreed.
good with 8.
Yes.
Page 22, lines at the top.
I'm sorry, can we stop, pause real quick on 8?
Yes.
Satisfaction of the county, should that also be county commissioners or county? So when we're talking about the decommissioning and the final site restoration having been completed to the satisfaction of the county, would that come back to the APC and BZA?
Todd, do you think that APC should be under code enforcement? Or work through the commissioners for the power end of it?
APC, let me look at this one more time.
We're at the bottom of page 8. Been completed to the satisfaction of the county. When
So
the-
either way that you do it, I mean, we're set up where when we get the insurance information from a contractor, assume it worked the same way, that then if they don't pay the insurance, we get notified. The same way would be with the county. The county would get notified, whether that's, since the commissioners are taking care of it, they would get notified.
Where would that notification go? What office?
You go to the commissioner's office.
Okay.
So then county should say county
Yeah, the
commissioners.
county,
Yes.
the county
Okay,
is the insured. Yeah. So then we have to rely on the county commissioner's office, because they get their mail, go, oh,
All right, number 9, page 22.
Should be May.
may to shall.
It should be from shall to May, I think,
Okay,
because it's at our discretion.
Well, it already says may. And may be
Oh,
grounds.
I must have a different,
Well, that's on the second line says may, on the first line says shall constitute a violation. It may be grounds for
the
suspension.
first one should be May.
first line, change shall to may.
I don't know.
I think it shall, I think
it shall constitute a violation. That's not
Okay,
up for debate.
Okay,
But the suspension or enforcement or what happens
May.
is a may.
Yep, I agree.
I think it's
So leave it
okay
the way it
where
is.
yes.
okay.
so you're thinking of change that may to a shall?
No,
No.
No, leave it like it is. No changes on 9.
Okay.
Everybody good with number 9?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, we'll open it up to the public, the audience. Any comments on liability insurance? Letter O? Michael, we good? Okay. You guys okay? All right. We're going to motor right through this. All right, let's move to letter P, indemnification.
Add developer, the applicant, owner, operator,
Developer?
Developer or landowner? Either one. I wrote landowner in my notes, but we've been going with developer. But
Yeah, they'll own the land. They lease it in solar and they
Right.
own it in data centers.
So developers, fine.
Yes.
And then same thing again, owner, omissions of the applicant, owner, operator. Should we have developer there?
Yes.
6th line down.
Mm-hmm.
should Grant County be more specific? As in a specific commissioners or just general?
In general, in a way, because it could be they go after the APC or they go after
Okay.
the commissioners or.
Leave that the way it is.
Yeah, got it covered. Officers, employers, agents, boards, commissions, and officials.
I'm good with 1.
Everybody go with 1?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2.
Good.
Good.
Okay with 2. Number 3.
Developer on the last line.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Everybody go with 3?
Yep.
All right, letter P, indemnification, public comment, anyone?
Can we go back to O? I'm sorry, but why did they leave it may and not shall? They should be
Which number?
the number 9, when you guys talk about may or shall. Why shouldn't it be shall?
Well, it could be a choice
I know.
by the county. So that gives you that may. Well, the county will decide what they're going to do. But it is definitely a violation. So as shall in the first line, it is a violation, lays that out. And it may be grounds for suspension, enforcement action, or revocation of project approvals. So
Right.
it also, may comes into play because it may not be the first time. You may step to the next action. You may move up to a greater action than just suspension. You may move up to some other enforcement action. You may be taking them to court.
Because we're leaving it the way it
Yes.
is.
The way it is.
Yeah.
All right, just so we're on the same page.
It sounds like you're letting them get by.
No, it gives the county the option of how they want to
Right.
deal
What are
with
you
it.
going to do? Yeah.
Make sure people know.
Yes, sir.
I agree with her on shall because I have to deal with like state rules and they took may out of it because shall gives them a broader perspective. It shall be enforced, but then it's whichever way it's going to be. Where may, they've been taking all of that out of every ordinance I've been getting for, in the health department that I work for, that I get from the state. They've been taking may because it's not carrying, there was some
The weight?
technical issue and the attorneys told them to take it out. So shall gives them more of an,
Right, it gives them a choice of the 3, but it's still,
because it shall be this one
Yeah.
or it shall be that one, which means it's a definite, or may means it's not a
They might
definite
get
on
by.
any of the 3.
yeah.
Well, we're going to put shall with a question mark there.
On the second line.
Second line, yes. Yep. And we'll come back, since we've got some debate going on, we'll come back and visit that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe the producer can come up, state their name for the record.
Yeah,
Sign in.
yeah,
Next time.
I'm going to ask, I'm being scolded. You guys are going to have to come up. Okay.
Principal got sent to the principal's office.
Again?
Again.
No, whenever, we don't want to discourage you sharing though. That's what we don't want to do.
Yes.
Okay, so we are ready. Any other comments from the public? Okay. Okay, so now we're ready for Q. Escrow account reimbursement of county oversight costs.
I'm fine with one.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 2.
I'm fine with 2.
Are we go with 2?
Yes.
Quick question. Since we have decommissioning in there, from application to decommissioning, should it be more than the applicant that is a part of that escrow account? Because the applicant could be one person at time of application and then switch hands multiple times before decommissioning.
So you're saying take out applicant and replace with,
Not take it out, add, or is there a section, a piece here that says if it changes hands before decommissioning?
You're questioning whether it should be exclusive to just the applicant.
Correct.
I mean, if the applicant gets approved, then would become the developer, right?
Not necessarily.
I'll fix that. So we want to change the wording, we don't need to wordsmith it now.
Yes.
But where it's not just the applicant, it's to all owners over its entire function,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So over its whole lifespan, that's,
Right.
we want to word something like that.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, yeah.
It moves on here, like number 9, it adds, the applicant, owner, and operator shall be jointly responsible for maintaining the escrow account
Okay.
during the full life of the facility.
That was the number 9.
Yeah, that's number
Okay.
9, including decommissioning and final site restoration. So there'll be expenses paid out of that from time to time. But it has to be established by the applicant
So
with
leave,
the initial approval process.
So because of number 9.
we can leave 2 as is.
I think so.
Okay. All right, number 3.
Which part of the county approved by since commissioners are handling the insurance, do they also handle the escrow?
Yes.
Yeah, for the county commissioner board. Or commissioners, whatever.
Okay.
On B.
On A,
3A.
3,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, all right. And B, it's fine.
Yeah.
should we put grant in there just to be specific? Held solely in the name of,
Sure.
instead of the county, put Grant County.
Yeah.
Same thing in C, Grant County Treasurer.
Mm-hmm.
You got that, Todd?
Yep.
We go to 3?
Should it be Grant County Auditor too? As well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, number 4.
And then,
At the end of the sentence there, for some by the county, by the,
unless otherwise directed by the commissioners. Do we even need that part? Administered by Grant County Treasurer with oversight by Grant County Auditor or as otherwise directed.
By the,
By the county commissioners or do
Which agency of the county, or which department?
Yeah, I don't think you need it.
I was gonna say, I don't think you need, if you've got it with the treasurer
That could-
and the auditor, I think that, should that cover it?
Confusion. Yeah.
just cross out by the county then? Is that what you're saying, Molly?
Oh, I would leave that.
No,
It's gonna be the treasurer or the auditor. or the commissioners.
I guess I just don't like the words otherwise directed.
I think it
Because,
needs to be county commissioners.
yes,
Or as directed by the county commissioners.
Yes.
yes.
Otherwise directed by the county commissioners.
So leave otherwise or take it out?
Let's leave it. Or as otherwise directed by the county commissioners.
Okay.
Maybe the treasurer and auditor don't want to do it, so now we got to find somebody else. Commissioner Hartman?
We'll make them do it.
Kind of their job, isn't it?
All right, number 4.
May should be shall.
I think it should be higher than 100,000. In a data center project, 100,000 was going to go like that.
And who's the board?
And commissioner board, I'd say.
Commissioners.
Commissioners?
Well, we kind of put them on this. Do you think not? Do you think the BZA instead?
Yeah, so this would be during the application. I'm thinking the APC.
Yes.
This certainly needs to be specified, so,
Not just county.
yeah. You can't
APC?
just say board.
Yes, I agree by the APC.
Yeah, because this is gonna be, if we ever get an application, it will be going through the APC, so.
So they need to make sure that the deposit's been made.
I think we need to make it $1 million.
I agree.
Well, you require them to replenish it after expenses. That's why it's low.
Okay, so 500,000?
I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm just throwing that out.
Okay.
It does keep getting refilled.
You're fine with 100,000 or $1 million?
I'm fine with whatever you want to do. It's, you know,
Let's do million.
Let's do $1 million.
add a 0.
They say they got all kinds of money.
Well, I just know in researching these things, that's a drop in the bucket for the amount that it's going to cost to
Yeah.
expense-wise, so.
Got that, Todd?
Yeah, and that's the bottom, right? Or
Number
greater
4.
amount that the board could place in there.
Right.
So that's the minimum it can be.
Correct.
Okay, just making that clear. Okay.
Okay, so we changed $1 million in APC on 4. Anything else?
Good.
Good.
Page 23, number 5. Good with 5?
Yes.
Number 6?
Grant County.
Good with 6?
Yes.
Number 7?
Grant County. So basically, you're saying they have to pay all legal fees. Legal services includes.
The applicant is.
Correct.
I think I need to say somewhere the applicant in there. Somehow.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's like, who's doing that?
It's
Who's
kinda open-ended.
responsible? Yeah,
It's just kind of answering for G on 6.
Right, clarifying G.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I think it's fine the way it is then.
So should it say legal services is defined as reasonable attorney fees incurred by Grant County in enforcing this section or any approval?
Well, it includes that. It doesn't limit it to that,
Okay.
I suppose. But that's picking at it a little bit too.
Okay.
I don't know.
You good with 7?
Yes.
Bud, you good?
Yes.
Molly?
Yes.
Number 8?
Good.
Okay.
I like number 8.
Yep.
Number 9?
What's number 8?
8's good?
What if you take that interest and put it in for another purpose, and it doesn't go roll back into the principal? I'm not sure if that's legal or not, but,
Say that again, Todd.
so instead of the principal going back in, or the interest going back in towards the principal, like if you draw a little bit out, but you've got enough interest rolling in it, because we're gonna have $1 million here. That
Back in.
principal could be used for, go into the general fund, or go into
Yes.
what other
That the
fund?
interest may be applied as desired by the county.
I don't know.
I don't like that.
I'm a little iffy on that.
Okay, then,
If you own it as,
Because you've already stated that it includes all these things and anything else. It's not limited to these costs. It's, it's already wide open what you can use it for, but to take it away from this project,
just the
put it in
interest,
the general fund,
just the interest.
I know, but that's starting to be some money when we got it
Oh, I
up to
know.
$1 million now. So I
When you added the other zero,
you have to substantiate
The reason
what
why.
you're paying out of this account to get, you send them the receipts basically and say, get it back up to $1 million. We spent 300,000,
okay, that's too far?
I think it's
Okay.
it's too far.
So leave it the way it is?
leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
On 8, leave it the way it is. All right.
Right.
Good.
Number 9,
And developer.
when I add developer.
Good.
We good on 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 10,
Adding developer.
Do you think 9 opens us up to finger pointing between the applicant, owner, and operator? Well, they're supposed to do it. They're
That's a good
supposed to
It's
do
a
it.
good question because I was just thinking
Who's supposed
the
to?
developer drops out at some point here
Right.
after the project's built. I mean, they're out of it. And then it's the owner and the operator who are going to be responsible for the life of the facility.
Should we just correct that with an or?
That's what I was thinking. Change and to or. The applicant, owner, or operator, developer.
Well, then you probably take out jointly.
Yes, shall be
Yeah.
responsible for maintaining the escrow account during the life.
Because to take out jointly and add an or. Applicant, owner, or developer.
Don't you still have people pointing fingers at that point?
Yeah. Yeah, because it'd be, no, it's not me, it's him. And here you've got it as, no, it's both of you, so you go figure it out.
isn't that what we want?
Yeah, I think we want it the way it says it is.
Okay,
So Ed, you're saying leave it the way it is?
They shall be jointly responsible, I think.
I like that.
But we're adding developers or.
Yes.
Yeah, but they drop out after a while.
Right.
But that also gives us more, so then do we need a separate line then that says the developer shall be responsible for maintaining during construction? And then this line for taking out developer for the rest of it?
Well, that's, yeah. Who will be responsible, the developer or the owner and operator? The owner and operator are with it as long as it's here. But the developer,
So
And the applicant.
yeah,
can we just add as a until the project is accepted, the developer will be on the hook?
I think we should, yeah, we could be corrected with just a few changes of wording.
So how,
Just so it's related to time or condition of the ownership. Because the developer will drop out, I agree with that. I love the word jointly. But he's obviously not in play after it's completed.
yeah, 10 years down the road, developer's gonna have nothing to do with it anymore.
yeah, it could end up as a, between the owner and the developer. If the developer is responsible for a cost being incurred, then I could see the owner and the operator pushing that cost to the developer. But if it's something that just goes with the project, the owner and the operator may end up being responsible, and the developer's like, no, that's not part of our deal. You're taking care of those kind of problems. Complaint handling.
Any suggestions on the wording?
Well, we know what the point that we want to get across. We don't want any wiggle
We
room.
want to hold the developer responsible until the completion of the project.
Yeah, we can put that in there.
At the completion of the project, the,
Owner operator takes
Owner operator.
over.
yes.
Okay,
During the application process, the,
applicant and developer,
are responsible.
That probably goes back to the initiation of the escrow account.
You mean that wording?
Yeah, well, is that on the developer or the owner and operator? The $1 million escrow account.
well, cause we, that back to number 4. Cause
Back to Q.
you're still in queue.
Okay. Yeah, it's back to the beginning.
So the applicant shall be paid, so, cause in number 4, that's where we talk about the initial escrow deposit. So we put it as the applicant. Do we need to change that to applicant or developer?
Yeah, here it's established by the applicant
Correct.
On,
on 4-2.
Yeah, on number 2, correct, the applicant shall establish, yes.
An escrow account.
okay.
Okay, so then on number 9, if the applicant's establishing it in the amount, then back to 9. Do we want to leave it as is then?
I think you got to include the other because we're talking about the initial application being filed. That's
Correct.
the applicant's responsibility.
Correct.
Once it gets rolling, now we've got other parties. We've got the owner and the operator involved.
Just still need to be the old account.
Correct.
Yes, it's almost like, who is the applicant? Is that the developer?
Or is it the owner?
Is it the owner?
It depends on if it gets approved.
It's, well,
I mean, it's
Yeah.
contingent.
yeah.
That's why we're going to leave it in there because we don't know who the applicant is.
Right.
Correct, so applicant, owner, operator, are we adding developer, leaving out developer?
Well, Todd can work that up. Developer until completion of project or until project's completed, and then the
Okay,
developer can drop
so we're
out.
just working the wording on this one?
Yeah.
Okay,
We know what the point is.
Yes.
We'll wordsmith it until
Number
the
11.
next round.
Might bring in our legal counsel on that little
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
so number 10, Are we moving to number 10? Because we haven't gone over that one yet.
Maybe I made my notes on 10 instead of 9. So, all right, 9 done. Number 10.
Developer in Grant County.
Yes.
County Commissioners, going to send it to them? Commissioner Hartman?
Elect.
Who's going to send it to them?
Elect. Yes, elect. Applicant will
Well.
replenish the escrow funds in Grant County.
I think the APC is going to send them that.
Okay.
So if we're adding Grant County to the first county, take out the, because otherwise it doesn't make sense, used by Grant County within 14 days from the, did we say it was staying with the APC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Grant County APC. So this is telling them if they use any funds out of it, they have to tell us what they took out and why they took it out, correct?
And replenish it.
And replenish it. All
Good
the same.
with 10.
And, should we add developer or no?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
good with 10.
Yes.
11.
Good with 11.
Yes.
11's good.
Add grant.
Good with 12.
Yes.
All right, 13's on the top of page 24.
Take out the, add grant.
Yes. Good with 13.
Yes.
Yes,
14.
unless we want to give ourselves a little more time, but 90 days should be sufficient.
I'm good to 14. Grant County, you know. Notice 2, Grant County, take out B.
Yes. Do we want to make that somebody specific, though? Submit written notice, so we know exactly who it's going to? Should we make that to the executive director?
And what about, now that I said I'm good with it, well, what about taking out may and putting shall?
Yes.
With a question mark.
Or shall.
Like we did last time.
No, that one is
Previous
definitely
page.
a shall. They don't get a choice. They have to submit written notice.
Oh, okay.
So that's a shall.
That is
Yeah, that's requesting there. Yeah.
Okay.
So to Grant County APC Executive Director, so we know exactly who it's going to and can.
Todd?
So then you could set up the appropriate, or whoever's in that position at the time, could set up the appropriate boards to do the final review.
Or just.
Is it a BZA
Department.
you think, Ed? I don't think it's a commissioner thing.
You don't think it's the commission?
No, I think the office should prepare something for a board, just like the application, decommission would be the
Correct.
same sort of thing.
Yeah, so,
That's the BZA approved a special exception.
Yes, since they approved the special exception, they could approve
Yes.
the
You can go to the
decommission.
BZA.
okay, so to the Grant County BZA. Okay.
Grant County, they got the,
On 15?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, are we good to 14?
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna take out DEI grant.
I have questions on the period of time here. I have a note that says it should be at least 5 years, not 3. My guess is with some of that decommissioning, the EPA gets involved in all of those things, because on some of these super sites, I mean, the old dump out off 18, they're still doing checks every 5 years, and it was closed in the 70s. So,
Yeah.
so we should at least do it for 5 years, if not longer.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Me too.
3 to 5.
5, yes,
And you could add and longer if
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 deemed
something's
necessary.
discovered that needs remediated.
if
Yes.
deemed necessary.
I like that as well.
5
Up to
years.
5 years after receipt of owner's written notice, or deemed or as deemed necessary. I don't know how to word that. Mr. Wordsmith?
5 years or additional time if deemed necessary after receipt of owner's written notice.
Yes.
So is it a period of 5 years or up to?
5 years plus.
5 years
Yeah,
plus.
5 years or longer, if necessary. I mean, like if something's discovered, it's gotta be monitored and dealt with.
Kind of holds them accountable forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody good 15?
Yes,
16.
Grant, Grant County.
That's that number 16. That makes you wonder if you shouldn't hold the escrow
For a lot longer.
for a lot longer.
Yeah.
How long do we have to staff holding it now? What do we say? 90 days? In the application process?
Yeah. Yeah, we're saying we'll give it back after 90 days after decommissioning.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
No, if the application is denied,
Or withdrawn?
we give it
Oh,
back.
okay. All right.
After
But what if it's not?
All right, this is, what about after decommissioning? When do we give it back?
Yeah.
Go to 17, so state that.
Should probably say not less than the amount of years that we want. And just,
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen is what that is.
is it?
Yeah. Because that company's going to want their money back.
So,
Yeah.
it's that until, that's the question, right? Until when?
Yes.
Shall remain in place until.
And maybe not to exceed a certain amount of years.
The problem is if we've got 5 years and we said additional time if necessary, there's not gonna be money left if we establish a time. Which makes additional time irrelevant.
So is 16 still referring to the decommissioning process, or is this just during?
I'm guessing those deficiencies would be decommissioning. Is that correct, Todd?
Yeah. At the end, you're talking about.
So maybe we need to specify if Grant County determines there's material non-compliance during the final review of decommissioning, the county shall provide a written notice to the owner describing those such, and the escrow account shall remain in place until the county determines that compliance has been achieved. So that way it is held specifically to that decommissioning and gives us the leg to hold it until they comply with the restoration requirements.
Maybe this is another area that we should seek our counsel.
That too.
Is that what it says?
I mean, we understand our concerns, but as far as how to word it.
Word it, that's where it's at, it's the wording.
Yeah. It's kind of like we don't want to give this money back until we're sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when are we sure?
When are we sure? If we haven't found anything in 5 years, we got to be fairly sure.
I would say so.
Which means we need to hold it for 5 years.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
It's already in place for,
Initially, it was for construction. And now we're seeing it for decommissioning.
Right. And decommissioning is the one they want to cheat on. They want to get out of there as quickly as they can.
right,
Right.
And so again, it's vague as far as county.
Say that again?
It's vague, it just says county, is that the county commissioners, APC, BZA?
well, it should go back to APC, BZA, because they're the ones that approved the original
Right,
permits.
I agree. I'm just saying, we've got it vacant
Yeah.
at the moment.
So put BZA, that's the easy part of the wording.
In place of county.
So how do we protect ourselves until we're absolutely sure? That's the question.
Right.
I think that's,
Well, there has third-party testing of soil, water.
That's part of all the decommissioning section, right?
Correct. There is a decommissioning section.
Yes.
I think I remember that. So if there's so determines that compliance has been achieved based on decommissioning chapter, something of that nature wording.
So really 17 talks about giving back their money. It says determines that decommissioning, recycling, and restoration requirements have been satisfactorily completed. All remaining escrow funds shall be returned to the owner, less related expenses incurred by the county together.
So does 17 cover us on 16?
Yes.
Okay, so then it should say once Grant County BZA determines decommissioning, less related expenses incurred by Grant County. Got that.
So the question then becomes, does 5 years in number 15 let them off the hook in 5 years? Are they going to say, well, you said in 5 years?
But if we add in the language or longer if deemed
Yeah.
necessary.
All right, so we definitely need to get legal counsel.
Yes.
The escrow is initially set up by the applicant, but it's returned to the owner.
We kind of put all three of them in responsible for that. It has to be established by the applicant, but then all three of them are held responsible for keeping it at the $1 million number. Is that everybody's understanding?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, boy, that one was heavy. Okay. Ed, any comments?
Yeah, that one still needs a little work. We'll get there.
Okay, so we're gonna
Seek legal counsel.
seek legal counsel on that. Okay, any other comments, commission members? And then we're gonna open it up to the public. Any other comments? Okay, come on up, please. You need some exercise. We gotta stretch.
Where am I going with that? Up here.
Right here.
I haven't done this. Okay, mine's just one little thing, and it's on 11, where it says, same thing, it says may be grounds for suspension. It should be grounds for suspension, enforcement, or
Which one is this?
11. The second line of 11.
It shall, well, it's the same thing as the other one.
Yeah.
It shall constitute a violation,
Yeah.
and it may be one of these three things, or
Yeah, but-
so forth.
It may be, it should be, it shall be one of these three things. That was the same thing on the other one. You don't want them to think maybe, they could get by with it.
It's already an infraction because of shall. And may gives us power to decide, it gives the county the power to what
But
to do.
if you put shall, it still gives you that choice of one of the three, but it's gonna be one of the three, not just, it could be one of the three.
Yes, I agree with you. That's why we're going to run that. Let's see, what was that originally?
It was under O, number 9. That we put that shall with the question mark to check.
So that's,
And then now, and it's the same wording
Same
for
thing,
number
yeah.
11, under Q in the escrow.
Okay, so Todd, we're gonna highlight that we definitely need to bring some attention to that as to whether we want that to be mandatory consequence for the violation. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, sir, come on up.
Make sure that's the other name.
Oh, yes, please give your name and sign in. I'm being reprimanded again. Thank you.
My name's Dale Carr, I'm a Grant County resident. Some of it I just need some clarification on. Let's see, where do we start at with? One, most of it I've seen in here, there's a lot of areas there where you just have county, and you need to put grant and what entity is going to be handling that, because you're leaving that really broad, and they've got corporate attorneys and they'll eat that alive. My other suggestion is that you do have your attorney go over the verbiage, because, we may not be completely correct. We're close, but not there.
Yeah.
Because they're going to go through it. They're going to have, $1 million attorneys going through that thing line item by line item. And it's going to be you and the county's benefit to have that attorney make sure that, may to shall, entities that have to be involved. A couple of questions that I had was, what was that one number? That's in R. Okay, back to here. When you're doing the 5-year one, and you were stating that it would be determined, did you say who's going to determine that that's going to be an extension?
which,
That would
Number
be,
15.
that would be, yeah,
under what letter?
Q.
Okay.
yeah, under Q, under number 15. Who's gonna, my question would be, who would be determining if you went over your 5-year to get the 5-year plus? Who's gonna determine that? You left that open.
You mean which department of the county?
Yes.
Who is gonna handle that? Is that gonna be your legal services? Is it gonna be the BCA, the APC, the council commissioners? Who's gonna make that determination is not defined.
In number 16, we defined that.
Right, but in number 15, you didn't. So
Right.
the thing that come up when I was listening to your
Yes,
discussion
you're right.
was, one person said 3 to 5 years and then one said 5 plus. Well, who is determining the 5 plus?
The BZA.
The
Let's do
BZA.
the
Right,
BZA.
but it's not determined, this is your draft for an ordinance that's gonna be law.
Yes.
So at that point, they would need to know, okay, how come, and their attorneys are gonna come back and say, yeah, I think you even mentioned it, 5 years. They're not gonna give you a dime. And then you're gonna be in litigation for who knows how long. They'll just drag their feet until it's dropped, because it's gonna cost you more money than it's gonna be worth.
So
So, go
on
ahead.
15 as BZA, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Grant County BZA shall retain the authority to verify compliance.
But let's talk about that 5-year period of time that you said you feel like they could drag it on.
Well, because we don't know who's determining that. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm gonna be a devil's
Since the
advocate.
BZA gave them the special exception, we've decided to let the BZA own this stuff.
Right, but you put on there 5 years, and then it was made by one of the board members at 5 years, is it done? Because you didn't define who was gonna add to that and send a letter to the company stating that you did not meet these facts.
Okay.
And you're wanting to go year by year, or you're gonna go another 3 years, they're gonna drag their feet, and then you're gonna be out a lot more money. And then you've got your escrow account, as you stated there, that'll get ate up really quick. Just for that, because they're all about, the attorneys are all about verbiage.
Yes.
And like state ordinances, it's all about verbiage. It might sound good to us, but
Yep.
they got attorneys involved, it's always a crapshoot, sorry. But that's the way I feel about it.
We've identified the BZA as being that entity.
Okay, good, all right. Okay, you answered that one there. And then there again, you put down the Grant County, who is determining the decommissioning? What I'm saying is on some of those that are Grant County, you haven't defined who's gonna do the decommissioning, who's gonna be, spearheading that. You're leaving that wide open.
We put BZA.
Yeah, we got
You got
BZA
BZA
on
on that. So like
14.
I said, there's a lot of clarification, but I would go back through and look at those. And you want to put Grant County because it is our ordinance, your ordinance that you're doing. And then the other part is who's going to be the lead taking care of that situation if a problem or a complaint comes up.
Right.
Okay, and my biggest thing is that I would definitely, before you go to a final draft, or when you get your final draft, is let your attorney go through it, because he might have what we think was great. He might be saying, hey, we need to tweak this because this is gonna leave it open for their attorneys.
The normal process for an ordinance, 2 attorneys.
Right,
The one for the area plan commission, and then the one for the commissioners who are then ultimately going to sign it.
right, but like I said,
We will get the 2 reviews.
I had worked here for many, many years, and we always had an attorney whenever anything was going, so that's why it was just highlighted in my head right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Anything else?
And then, like I said, they'll probably do the shall thing, because on shall, they may enforce, or shall may not enforce, and it's up for determination. That's where the word shall over may, then that way that leaves you a guideline to enforce, or may is very bigoted. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other public input? Okay, we are ready for letter R on page 24. Am I correct with that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Submittals for special exception, ILP. The applicant shall. Now, Todd, will the application actually require more detail on these items? than what is stated here.
So this is like a check-off list, which we can add to. And each one of these things will be
Okay, there will be
a
more.
section to it that will be then
Okay,
given to the BZA to approve the special exception. So they'll have to have all these things and these plans put together. And, you know, if it's a plan that, like you and I would throw together or something, that wouldn't be acceptable, right? It'd be by an engineer, if it needs to be done by an engineer.
okay.
Number 10, I don't, yeah, somebody explain what number 10 means to me, please.
Well, it's if they sell, you know, this will be a large company probably, and if they sell 10% of the stock
Okay.
to some new owner, then we want to know who that is before it's done. If they want to sell 10% to some Chinese national company or
They need to notify us.
then we want to be able to not approve that sale
Okay. Throughout the entire period of,
ownership.
Correct.
all right, thank you.
On financial assurance, I know how specific we were when we went over the bond. Do we need to be specific here too? Or is this just the checklist again? Am I overthinking
I
that?
think that's what Todd's saying, is these will, they're in greater detail
Okay.
in the application. There'll be much greater detail of these items. We just want to make sure that these are covered in
Okay.
it.
And we have all the items.
That's
So
the
we need
question.
to
Is
have
there
listed.
anything else we would want included in the application? That's what I think we're going to deal with here.
Okay.
Anybody got any thoughts about that?
Just through number 10, correct?
I mean, it goes.
Because it goes on, so
Yeah,
before we
yeah, there's
flip pages, I just wanted to make
total
sure.
items there.
Before we flip, are we good with 1 through 10?
Yes.
24.
Really looking to see if, are we leaving something out?
I don't see anything yet. 1 through 10.
Okay, so we're going to jump to page 25, number 11.
Well, I apologize, utility package, is that going to include if they choose not to be, or if they choose to be off-grid?
Yeah. Describe how you're getting your utilities. Where are you getting
Okay.
all of your utilities, right?
Just making
And
sure.
explain where all this is, and then it's up to the board to accept it or not.
Okay.
And if it meets the criteria that we've laid
Yeah, the
out.
ordinance may have parameters in which they have to meet.
Right.
And then-
That-
and the
we've laid those out,
Making sure that, it
Yeah.
And it would be more clear in the application.
Yeah.
right.
I know I may sound like a dead horse, but
I'm not going to let you be
Keep
that.
right on at it.
this is a little, it's weighs heavy. Okay, so we're through page 24, starting on page 25, correct?
Correct, number 11. The board being the BZA, number 12.
Yes, by the BZA. Or staff is pretty vague. BZA or staff. I mean, should we make that a little more specific?
By the Grant County. BZA.
APC.
Not BZA.
Or APC staff.
Okay.
Right.
Both of them.
Yes.
Because the application should go on to the BZA until it's completed.
Right. So, or APC staff.
Okay, 13. Anything else you can think about, Ed, in that one?
We want, yeah, corporate background information as to who these companies are.
Right.
Should we be more specific with corporate background information? As in, because if it's an LLC, be a little more specific than just, define corporate background. Are we talking, we want their last 10 years of tax returns, or we wanting,
I don't think you can get tax return.
well, I think we can.
But again,
You
it
can
comes,
get a certified public accountant financial statement.
Yes,
That'd be good.
Just keep in mind, when you're specific and they met it, then they're there. If you leave it open, you can always ask for more.
I see what you're laying down. Okay,
Does that make
So-
sense?
It
right,
does.
so if they lay out a one-page paper of their corporate background and some glossy, folder of their company that doesn't really say anything, but it looks really cool, is that acceptable or not to the board members?
That's why you
I
kind of
see
want to
what
leave
you're,
it
I see what you're
loosey-goosey.
saying. Okay, leaving that one a little
Because the
vague.
more
Okay.
specific you get it, they can say, well, you asked for this and this is what we gave you.
Point taken.
Okay, 13, we good?
Yes.
Yes.
14?
I think with owner or owners, we should also add developer.
Okay.
I'm good with 14.
And we've already covered the fact they got a post on the location, correct? That was earlier. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
15? Good with 15?
Yep.
16?
Good.
17?
For county drainage board review,
I agree.
Yes.
for Grant County Drainage Board review.
$18? Now, we want the county or we want the commissioners to approve this, or do you want the road superintendent?
I think, well, since it's due to road use and maintenance, it should be the highway department.
Are you good with that, Ed?
Well, that's a good question.
You want them to report to you, the commissioners?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put
I
commissioners.
think the highway department needs to approve the plan and submit it to the commissioners for their approval. Something
Okay,
like
so
that.
together with supporting materials sufficient for Grant County Highway Department to
Re-
review, to be
And-
presented to,
And approval by commissioners.
yes, okay,
The Grant County Highway Department can make a recommendation.
correct,
All right.
to be approved by commissioners.
Got that, Todd?
Yep.
Commissioner approval. 19? And approved by the surveyor?
And Soil and Water Conservation Department.
Okay.
With the requirements of this section by
And that'd also be IDEM.
Soil and water, IDEM, and Grant County Surveyor.
Yeah. Probably, it might be DNR.
We can put them in there too. DNR and surveyor. Since we're not sure.
Now, is that the county? Well, no, DNR's, sorry, Indiana DNR.
Yeah, we want to have our drainage board and our soil and water guys.
Also add the drainage board.
Well, let's just
Okay, 20.
Who's that going to?
Yeah, that's just give me a second.
Sorry.
You're fine. No, I was just saying we're on the same page.
Who's that going to?
Number 20, Todd. You want to go to APC? Are you?
Is this part of the application?
That's part, yeah, it's part, this is,
APC.
this will be part of the application. APC. Well, no, it'll go, this is an application for a special exception to the BZA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant County
BZA,
to allow,
Grant County BZA to understand and consent.
No,
Not BZA?
no, it's all of this, all of R goes to the BZA in the application.
so Grant County is,
So that is just kind of a general statement to explain to everyone during the special exception hearing.
Okay. I would still be specific with it in there. On that portion of it.
So that takes care of letter R.
I would add one more.
And one more, Ed.
I would add in the residential property value guarantee
Yes.
that's been submitted to all residents within the,
Quarter mile?
within the area. It's a property value guarantee.
and you're saying make
When we get to that, and that it's been accepted,
it 22? Is that what
yeah,
you're-
make it 22.
Yeah.
They've got the agreement signed by all the owners. Or proof that it's been submitted to them. Come up with some wording for that.
Yep.
That refers to the property value guarantee that they've.
I think they should have it signed, not just proof that they've given it.
Okay, so that completes R. Any other comments, commission members? Public input? Come on up.
Dale Carr with County Resident. Number 18, you put down as purpose or executed road use maintenance agreement if required. My understanding is you are requiring that. Wouldn't you want to remove if?
Yes.
Because it would be required.
Thank you.
Otherwise, they would not do anything.
If's gone. Thank you.
They would ignore that. And then I also put on 18 because the county does have they did have an engineer at the highway department.
Yes.
If they still have that, I would add that person as far as for your road maintenance and also IDOT, the Indiana Department of Transportation, if it goes onto an interstate.
We have had discussion about who that engineer is, and basically it's the manager of the highway department, which would be
David White.
David White right now. Yeah, and he's the one that reports to the commissioners.
Yeah, and then I would, if it goes in onto an interstate, you'd want to do the Indiana Department of Transportation because they would be
They go
controlling
on
that
The state highways too.
state highway department. Yeah.
Okay.
We'd want them to use state highways.
Right, so you definitely want to have them
Until you
involved.
Get close to the site.
You definitely want to have them involved because they would do an analysis on traffic control. And also then you would also have where EMA involved as far as for like hazmat. And that you might want to add that one.
EMA as
You might
well.
want to add that one to, yeah, where you get all the numbers on there. Have it as number 11, hazmat report from your EMA. Because that way, if there is a spill or if there is some kind of contamination, he can get his EOC in place and, then you got the state coming down. That way you're covered in all areas there.
Got that, Todd, number 11?
Number 11,
That's
infrastructure impact.
Oh, we gotta change that, don't we? Oh,
Oh, I just went with,
I was thinking under 7. I thought that life, under
Fire
number
and
7,
life
fire and life safety, basic memo. I thought memo was awful weak. But that needs.
so let's add EMT hazmat on number 7.
yeah, your
See what he's
EMA.
doing?
Your EMA would be,
Yep,
would be your person in charge for that.
yep.
As far as the hazmat part there, but he can always call in for his District 6 and extra help from the state.
So we're gonna add that to number 7.
Should we also add public safety on that one as well?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're referencing.
Instead of life,
Yeah.
yeah, public safety.
Add that one down here on that list.
On number 7.
Yes, changing the
Okay.
Todd, we're changing on number 7, change life to public safety memorandum.
Are you with us, bud?
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's worded very weakly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public input? Okay, well, how we do on time? We got a half hour. We're moving, folks. All right, so we are ready for the top of page 26, operational reporting and monitoring. A report to the BZA. Everybody agree with that?
Yes, should it be the operator, owner? Because I have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall submit a report to the BZA.
and developer, because it may not be, it's gonna take most likely more than a single
Okay.
year to develop.
So we've covered electricity, noise.
And this is
Water.
still the application. We're asking for them to estimate for the application? Or is
This
this
is every year
This is
after.
every year.
it's-
every year afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is operation.
Yeah, nothing to do with the application process.
Right. So have we covered everything in number 1? Noise, water, power.
Yeah, where did we end up with earlier on, if they had to provide their own power station, generate their own power so that it didn't raise utility rates for everybody? Is that where we ended up? Or
It was an option.
we beat it around pretty hard, but I wasn't sure.
I don't think that we made that exclusive
Yeah.
to that. I think it was,
Because if electricity is available from the grid for them,
They'll take the grid before they.
they would take the grid before they build their own,
Right.
or want to anyway, and
right.
we might want that if their power station is noisy and uses a lot of water as well.
I got two thoughts.
there's no real good solution for this.
No.
That's why we don't like it. In a
Well,
way, isn't it?
just keep in mind, they can only build on a determined high impact area.
Right?
Correct.
I have two thoughts here. I'm trying to formulate my words here very carefully because normally I am not a big government believer. But I think when it comes to this, we need more than yearly reporting and monitoring.
Amen.
And they- Quarterly.
Yeah.
And that's my first thought. So word that as the owner, operator, developer, whatever shall submit a quarterly report.
I agree.
Okay?
And then on C, I don't want just this total annual water use. I want direct and indirect water usage. Because if they are using their own power source, they're going to be using water to cool that power source. That would not be in their direct usage as well.
If they're running generators, they would air cool the generators probably.
Correct, but most of these folks, there's reports out right now. Majority of your big tech, they only report their direct water usage, not their indirect, which is considered under cooling for their power stations or their generators.
Okay, so we'll write direct and indirect on C.
Yes.
Okay, any other thoughts?
No.
Well, we were wanting them to use a closed loop system and not use water for cooling.
Correct.
So that'll tamp it down immensely.
Yeah, I thought we agreed on generated power and also closed loop cooling systems.
Okay.
And I just also look at what's going on in Fort Wayne right now at the Google site with all that stuff that they're emitting into the air from their power.
With the generation?
It's clouds of brown.
They're generating their own?
They're emitting something. I just saw the article from Wayne 21 right before I got here, so I didn't get a chance to read all through it. So
I think it's their standby generators. They're diesel.
So I don't see a air report on here. I see noise and water, but not air.
So EF becomes air quality report?
Yes.
Okay. Get that, Todd? Yes. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good now. Thank you.
That was good, though. Air quality is good. Thank you, Molly. We need that. Okay, number 2.
The Grant County Area Plan Commission.
Yeah.
Shall require, not may.
Okay, we got that.
And so that'll come out of their escrow, right? Do we need to put that directly in there? That's
Made by their
gonna come out?
escrow?
Or make sure that we put this piece in that list?
Okay. Made by escrow.
Plan
Okay.
Commission shall require third verification.
Want to do quarterly? Oh, not more than once annually?
Yeah, I don't like the not more.
Yeah.
That puts a limit on us.
I had that scratched out.
Yeah.
As determined? as requested.
As requested upon reasonable cause. So that way, if there's a major complaint from a nearby resident, we have the ability to request it, because that may come mid-quarter or whatever else. We can request it immediately. Does that make sense?
Yep. You get that, Todd?
This is verifying the report, all the reports in number 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you sticking with the annual and then adding that?
We're taking annual out.
And making it quarterly.
Quarterly, so, and as needed.
By third party quarterly?
Well, I think the third party is when you feel you ought to require it.
We're leaving
Otherwise,
quarterly in 1,
you're taking their reports every quarter.
and as requested in number 2.
But then we put shall require.
Yes.
Shall require.
As requested upon reasonable cause.
Paid by escrow.
Requested by.
EZA.
APC, I would say.
Because it's operational now,
Yeah.
right? Am I thinking there?
The complaint would come to the office.
Okay, APC.
Yep. As requested upon reasonable cause by,
I think that's more defendable. Defendable.
Okay.
so this is what I have written down. We have the Grant County Area Plan Commission shall require third-party verification as requested upon reasonable cause to be paid by escrow.
Yes.
Yes. Great.
Number 3. I like those, number 3.
I did too. Good with it.
Okay, any other commission members' comments on operational reporting and monitoring? Public input. Come on up, Denny.
I guess I've got a question on number 1 on power usage. Because I was under the impression when we had our previous meetings and we was going through power, that we had already decided that they had to be off the grid except for office and emergency. They could go on the grid for their offices and in emergency situations. But otherwise, they were off the grid. And that we also said in that earlier one that it was supposed to be a closed loop system.
Correct. Based on what Molly's hearing from Allen County, we're wondering if the generator thing isn't creating more air pollution and, public health issues. And I think the good thing about working through this over time is that we're going to learn from some of these other situations so that we can avoid making the same mistakes that some folks have made. So we may have to rethink that off the grid thing if we feel like there's more health hazard to being off the grid than there is being on the grid.
Well, I don't know whether they can come up with enough generator to supply the amount of power they're going to use with diesel generators.
Correct.
It almost seems to me like it's going to have to be
Natural gas turbines.
natural gas, or they're going to have to invest in one of these small nuclear plants.
Yeah, and that's a ways off.
You're a good 25 years from an SMRP.
Well, yeah, but we're a lot closer now than we were back in the 60s and 70s when we were pushing nuclear or trying it, and we know a whole lot more now than we knew then.
Yes, I agree with that. I think the big thing is there's if you read information about data center alley in Virginia, there is a specific data center there that is owned and operated by DC Blocks, and it is 100% diesel generator powered. And the smell, the air pollution, the noise especially.
Well, I'm an old farm boy and a truck driver. I love diesel, so don't.
Hey, listen, I understand. My husband's a truck driver too, so I completely understand that smell of diesel wakes him up.
But those are the things that I've seen here when we was talking about this, that, you know, when you go to putting this ordinance all together, there's got to be some decisions made on how that's going to be.
Thank you, Danny.
Bad opinion, just keep looking.
I think with the power.
On number 2, my name's Dale Carr. On number 2, did you remove not more than once annually? Because that should be based on a complaint basis. I mean, you know, it could be more than once.
Yeah, we took that.
Yes.
You took that out? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. And then, operation reporting and monitoring, did you think about using, I mean, this is gonna be a commercial site, state inspectors are gonna be involved, and they do have air quality control, and they do give out a report, because if they start putting out the plumes that are bad, then the state then goes and fines also. So I think you need to add the Indiana State Building Department, because that would cover also it being a commercial building. They're going to be doing most of the inspections. So I think you need to add them with that, because they're going to be doing more technical stuff.
At a building inspection? Is
They
that
can,
what you're-
they'll be doing, I mean, most of the time they do, it's a commercial, it's got to be approved by the state. And then in some cases, counties have, if they don't have an inspector that is qualified for that, they actually bring a state building inspector in to do the inspections to make sure that it is done by the plans that's made. And then they also do monitoring and all that as far as waste and air pollution and stuff like that. Because I know some of the factories around here, they have little sensors in their towers, and they get fined. I get information from them when they get cited.
So you're
By
proposing
IDM and
to have regular commercial inspections take place not only during construction, but also throughout operation?
I would say yes, because it is a commercial and it is a health thing, and it is part of the state that would help with that. As far as monitoring, that would be something that you would definitely want to get with them. That would be the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, and then that way you could go in through and they could dictate, not necessarily dictate, but they could kind of help through as far as with inspections, especially with the diesel.
So we want to add G, commercial inspections completed on a quarterly basis?
By the state of Indiana, or
Before you say that, let me add this in and you can comment on that. Can't we require continuous monitoring if it's available for air quality or any other event that might happen? If they're giving alarms off when something goes awry, then we should be able to have a
and are they,
notification of an infraction.
and then are they notifying the state, you know, the environmental management part of the state? Because you're absolutely correct. In that point, you know, these have been known to put out, you know, smells of plumes and stuff that, you know, also affects health, everybody's health and stuff. So
So would that go then back to submittals for under R, building?
A plan for continuous monitoring?
Yeah, R.
with compliances from the state of Indiana, IDM, and I just put the state of Indiana building and IDM and
Which number are you talking about?
Well, it'd be lucky number 13.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, if we want to add in continuous monitoring or anything like that, we add in one thing, it'll affect different parts of the ordinance.
Right.
We'll work that out.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
As deemed necessary.
Yeah, but you know, Molly, you're exactly right. When you state that, if we want to put continuous monitoring in there, we put it in, then that also affects within the checklist for the application. Where are these at? What's the plan? Lay this out for us, or you're not gonna get the
So,
permit.
correct. So they would have to submit their plan for continuous reporting.
Especially for, like, S is really focused on not things that the state normally does. These are things
In
that,
addition to,
these are things that are extremely hard to get, right? Molly's researched this much more than I have. Where do you go get the actual data for the total amount of electric consumption? They're all guesses, right, and estimates. Where's the electrical peak demand? We'll have the data if it happens. The same way with the water usage, and that was a very good point on direct and indirect. But if you don't ask for it, you can't get it. And the rest of it is all just, well, we run the pump for so long and it pumps so many gallons per minute, and it's an estimate.
Right. The federal government does not currently require the data center industry to report their indirect water usage.
Right, we want to
So,
monitor and
Correct.
counter, and we want those reports, so.
we are moving on
Okay.
to inspections, page 26, because I want to get through inspections.
okay.
I think on the, just pardon me for a minute.
Okay.
On the total annual water use, I think we should require that there's a meter on that well
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
that
yeah.
we check. You know, not,
Just to verify.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Especially, yeah.
Moving
especially
on.
if they have
T,
their own
inspections. We got to get through this. We have
15 minutes.
17 minutes. Okay. Inspections, 26.
Grant County.
Yep.
Should I say APC Executive Director? So that way, because
Yeah.
there's more than one Executive Director, I'm
Yep.
assuming.
I think instead of sufficient prior notice, it'd be 24-hour notice.
Okay, on line 2, also Grant County.
Third line, right, Ed?
Yeah.
I had that note as well, with 24-hour prior notice.
Okay. We good with 1?
Yes.
Number 2.
Fine.
Yep.
Now, if inspections are taking place
During
during
construction.
development, construction, do you want the developer on there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Want to add developer?
owner and or operator.
3. Same thing on,
3?
yes.
Yes.
And developer?
Yes.
Grant County Building Inspector.
Okay.
Or APC Executive Director. Requested by the county. Who is requesting it?
You on 3?
Which, you mean,
Well, number 3,
which department?
correct. Or alterations, should it be left as vague as by Grant County? Or should it be
Be the planning commission, right?
APC, BZA?
I mean, this is, okay. This is during construction and after,
Correct.
so. The APC.
We good with that?
Yep.
So then should we also add APC, Grant County APC under A? Or can that one just be left vague again? Because what if it's the health department that goes in and addresses a concern, or the drainage board?
Yep, leave it open.
Leave it vague.
Okay,
Do we leave it the county or Grant County?
it would be Grant. Yeah, you'll put in, yeah. On those, thank you.
We good with 3? Did you catch all that, Todd?
Yep, keep reading, keep it up.
Okay,
Good.
number 4.
Okay.
Good with 4?
Yes.
Obviously change county. I'll just, for the record, do Grant County on that last line. And add developer.
Okay, top of page 27.
Grant County.
Or APC.
Good with 5?
Should we change executive director to planning commission or leave it?
We're saying APC executive director.
Okay, okay. Good, 5.
Okay, number 6.
Add Grant County, or add Grant. And APC. Developer.
Now, Todd, why do you think that the county building inspector is going to be in the APC office? Why do you think that? Okay, or I'm with you. All right, it could be him or you have a dispute. All right.
Line 4, add Grant. And APC.
Good with 6.
Time, assuming that you know exactly what that code states.
That they have the right to go to the BCA for appeal upon,
Yeah.
if they don't agree with what we
you're-
decide in the office,
They have a right to
they have a
appeal.
right to appeal to the BZA.
Okay,
And if they don't like that, they can go on down the line and
okay,
go to a judge. But their first stop's the BZA.
okay. I just didn't know what that code was, sorry.
Add developer.
We're on 7.
Yes.
Add Grant before county.
Yes.
May, shall, name should be shall.
I agree.
Agree. Shall, instead of may, shall be reimbursed through escrow.
Good.
Good with 7.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we got 10 minutes left. We don't dare tackle another one, do we?
We were talking about.
I think complaints
Well,
might take us a little longer.
I do have,
Okay.
maybe an issue. On the escrow account would cover anything under construction into operation, is that correct?
Yeah, through
And then
decommissioning.
The decommissioning would be a bond. Is that correct?
Well, we keep the escrow account open.
Well, that's
There was,
fine, but
there may be in here a
There- I think
decommissioning
that-
bond.
I think a
required
bond
as
would
well.
cover, now the length of the bond after decommissioning would be suspect, but
So I think what you're saying, we are worried about if we give it, the escrow back to them, then we don't have anything covered, so we gotta make sure we have a bond to
yeah,
cover it.
yes. prior, and it remains the whole life of the project.
Yes. Okay, make a note of that, Mr. Glancy. We have to have that a bond's going to cover us through the life of the project. Thank you, Bud. That was very good. Commission members, other comments before we open up to the public?
Nope. Is this our,
Life of the project at Grant County's
discretion?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, open to the public.
I would want.
There is a decommissioning bond in here. We'll get to it later.
Okay.
On page 32, 150% of the estimated cost.
Right. Yeah.
Ms. Pam?
My name is Pam Pozell, and I want to address something back at the top of page 26, under the operational reporting and monitoring.
Okay.
We decided, you guys decided we were gonna change it to quarterly, but everything under there, A, C, they all say annual. Does that need to be changed?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dale Carr again. Inspections, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think you also have to add the state building department, just because he's going to need that information also, because he could actually call them and they would come down. The other part is that I have on A, it says proposed alternate methods, and then also on just 3 at the bottom, it says alterations. This is a commercial building. Any alterations of that building in any way, shape, or form has to go through the state building department for approval. So that's all I got.
Okay. So it needs to go through the state on A under 3.
Would that
But-
be,
But that's not exclusive to the state, also through Grant County.
Being a commercial building, whenever you put an application in, they've already submitted plans to the state for this building. And any if they change anything, then at that point, they have to resubmit to the state for that approval. Because it is a commercial building, it's not just a residential building. So at that point, that alteration may change some dynamics of the building with the regulations that they would go by. So at that point, it would be submitted for those alterations and then approved, and then they could go forward from there.
If the county has concerns, can they report that to the state?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, because they're not following the drawings that's been approved and all the data that was put into that as it was designed. They're not following their rules, their own design.
So the design on our level would be able to be suspect too.
Well, the design on your level is going to be based on state approval because that's going to be your guideline.
right.
Okay, so if they want to alternate anything, then they would have to get state approval for that by changing that around. So that would be coming from the state part on that, and that helps area plan out and helps our building inspector out also, because it is a commercial structure. The state of Indiana will get involved.
Thank you. You've been very helpful this evening. Okay, any other public comment? Mrs. Creech?
Well, I wish I had done some research, it's just been a year. But I do keep the articles and I read about the stuff that comes to me in the paper. And in the Chronicle on the 8th of July, there is a bill being proposed at the federal level to create a federal moratorium on data centers that power artificial intelligence. And since the company that wants to take the Bitcoin place out on 18 and make it an AI data center, if they pass something at the federal level, is that going to affect what you're doing here tonight? Is one of my questions. And if it does, would this have to be redone all over again if they put in some kind of federal guidelines on data centers? Because I was wondering about that. this is being proposed right now. It doesn't say that there's anything officially written or up for a vote or anything like that. It's like it's just in discussion. It started with a representative in Indianapolis, and Bernie Sanders has signed on to it, and AOC has signed on to it. So I don't know how much of that is really going to affect, but if there was one, does that change everything you're doing here tonight? And the other thing is, this other one, it's just kind of an outline of how much power has been used up to this point in some of the other areas that have data centers. And in data centers in 2 Virginia counties near Washington used 2.1 billion gallons of water in 2023. That's just 2 counties. I don't think we can afford to use that kind of water. I know we probably wouldn't have that many, maybe as large as this area around Washington DC is. And globally, they have on this article that was published and it said globally 448 trillion watt hours of electricity was used across the globe because of the AI introduction into it. And they're expecting it to double within the next 4 years. And then in 2030, they said that it's going to take 2.5 trillion gallons of water just to cool with all the electricity that they're coming. And that with the use of AI, it is having the opposite effect on all this decarbonization that everyone's pushing when you want all these electric cars. By everybody using AI, that's going to cause even more global warming and et cetera, if, according to this scientific group. And there's no way to stop using the AI because all these companies, Meta and all those, they automatically put you there. You can't opt out of it. So every time we use AI, we're using more and more of our resources water-wise. And locally, they are saying in Indiana alone, because of Governor Braun, and I like Governor Braun, but I think he's wrong on this, but he's pushing so hard for the data center, and they're having that $10 billion one in Lebanon being built by Meta. But now over two counties have completely banned them, according to this article, and about over a third of the states already got moratoriums on trying to prevent them from coming into the area. I didn't know how is there a way that we could get to Mike Braun or whoever is pushing this that it's messing everything up. I didn't know if there's any way we could have a meeting with him, or if it does any good, or if anyone's tried, or if our state rep is someone we could maybe convince Mike Braun that this may not be good. They tried in Indianapolis. The people, the public, went to the commissions and stuff, and they tried in Indianapolis, and they just bypassed what they wanted and passed it on to force in the areas of Indianapolis to have this data center. I just didn't know if there's a way that maybe we could work with the state and
reach out to our representatives.
Slow it down.
Until November 3rd, your district state representative is Nick McKinley. After that, obviously, it'll be the Republican or the Democrat. That's
Is it Nick
running.
McKinley or is it Lori Reese?
No, the senator is Nick McKinley. Lori's the House of Representatives currently. I would highly encourage you to do that. You can email Governor Braun's offices directly. You can email the IURC directly. Andy Zay, our former state senator, sits on the IURC.
Yeah, he was just deposed.
Yeah, he's still on it. He's still on it, correct. There's no chairman, but he's still on it. So.
Well, I didn't know if they do pass a federal law, if all this is for naught, or would that overpower what you're doing? Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Bill.
You're gonna follow her up, yeah?
She beat you up there, didn't she?
Hi, Bill Creech and Marion here. I had a questions. When you talked about metering some of this usage, whether it's water or electrical, is there a certain point that you say that's it, or you have a tiered system where you charge more? If you go over this amount, you're going to pay this much more. So is there a way you could put in levels of usage instead of just saying we're going to monitor the usage? If you hit this point, then this is the new rate from that point on, or this is the new rate from that point on. We had the opportunity on last Saturday I did it to ask Victoria Sparks about the data centers. And she said she's sponsoring and supports bills in the House of Representatives that force data centers to invest the infrastructure with their own money prior to being built. And that's what they're trying to do with that, and to try to make the data centers pay. I just think that if you do put levels on that's kind of a little bit of a pain index to them that could, that additional money could be used to go ahead and build additional infrastructure support, and you could put that in as a cost of doing that. And, you know, with the peak demands and things that the data center comes, if you have some outages and then they have to restart back up, you're going to have elevations of demand that's on the thing. You know, is there any way, and maybe this is not part of this, but somewhere in the process that you put those elements in there that you can recoup that, or at least let them know that this is the tolerable level, this is you know, this is the grade that we're doing, and you can pay at a commercial rate up to this point, but then at that point, you're gonna have to pay a premium rate, and then, you know, this is what we're gonna have to do. I just asked you to maybe consider those types of things as a revenue source to build the infrastructure grid that's gonna be needed if we are gonna support those types of things, and to support other things so the data center just doesn't take up the whole resources and you can't invest in, it turns off other places from wanting to come.
One of the questions we've had is how much regulation can we put on utilities, or whether that's, you know, the Utilities Regulatory Commission. That's what we don't know for a fact. It's just, you know, we can put them in there, but do they mean anything? That's what we're unsure of. And I don't know that anybody's got the answer. Molly, you may.
Well, a lot of these companies will actually purchase private contracts from AEP, AES, Centerpoint, all of them. They will go directly to the company and purchase a private contract. The Bitcoin Center that's already here in Grant County actually has a private contract for electricity already. So that means they get electricity before other people do because they have the private contract, right?
Yeah.
That's the conundrum when you're talking incorporated versus unincorporated lands, right? Because this ordinance is for unincorporated. When you're talking about rate changes and things like that, for water, you're looking at incorporated municipalities. So that's where talking with the city governments here in Grant County on those rate pieces would do. On an unincorporated land, like for example, again, the Bitcoin site, they also have their own private well. So that's where we have to try to determine if a water ordinance would be viable in addition to this, to say commercially, if you're on unincorporated land, when you hit X amount of water, your well's shut off.
Yeah, and that is, I mean, General Motors does the same thing with buying rate things, but they buy up to a certain point, but then if they try to pull from the other, that's what I'm talking about, in excess of what they're trying to do. So.
Unfortunately, the county really has no control over the privatized electrical systems. We can say that was kind of part of our thinking process on forcing them to be off-grid versus on-grid, to try to help control some of that power surge.
So we could control it.
Correct. Same thing with the wells. Putting a meter on their well makes a lot of sense.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can control
Right.
a private well. DNR monitors those if they're high usage, but
we could monitor it. I think we could monitor it. And if it started dropping the water table for everyone, then it could be.
Yeah, DNR does that also.
I want to go with what she was saying. Some counties have banned that they can't come into that county. Why can't we do that?
We can, but it's not legally as effective.
How is it not?
Because here's what I have been told. I work a lot with the Citizens Action Coalition. And they help citizens like all of us fight IURC and different pieces like that, because there's a lot of secondary things too to data centers that are not getting discussed because it's not part of our purview to the ordinance. But legally, you can ban them. There's nothing that says you cannot. But when you look at an all-out ban, you're saying, no, you can't come here at all. That data center then, or whatever development that you're choosing to ban, has a lot more legality to stand on and fight you in court for years and years and years and say, no, you can't be that specific. You can't just say, no, we can't come.
So are there ordinances you can pass that say, that, is that what you're saying, to keep them from coming here?
Correct.
Because the ordinances are against them.
Yes, yeah. So the goal is to make the ordinance to where it protects the citizens of this county.
But it's not discriminating against.
But it is not discriminating, correct. They can come,
Right.
but the ordinance states this, correct. Does that make sense?
Very well done.
Protecting our citizens.
Yeah.
Anyone else from the public? All right, how'd we do? Oh, we're only 8 minutes over. Well, thank everyone for coming. We will publicize our next date. Either, how are we gonna let everybody know, Todd? We'll put it on the Facebook, right?
The Commissioner's Facebook page. We'll do that. Do we want to
Set it.
try for next Wednesday?
What is that date?
I think it's 29th.
July 29th?
We've been
I'll
doing
make
it
sure
every other week, or we
And get the room. I think I can. The county council only meets once a month, right? In the middle of
Yes.
the month. Right. But there's going to be a lot of council meetings during August for budget.
That's what we gotta make sure, we're not conflicting with budget hearings through council.
I don't think we are on the 29th. Pencil that in, folks.
Pencil in the 29th.
Wednesday.
We do
July
it
29th.
Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Are you adjourning us officially?
I am officially adjourning this meeting. Do we need a motion? Motion?
Motion to
Do we
adjourn.
have a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Laura.
I don't know if we had to
Good
do
to see
that or not. We're a subcommittee.